Hey everybody, welcome to Meals with Mac. So tonight we're doing a fan favorite, seafood mac and cheese. It's gonna have shrimp, it's gonna have crabs, and I'm also gonna do it with 3 different types of cheeses. And also at the end, you're gonna even like the cocktail that we're gonna do, a Dusse sweet and sour. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Here are the ingredients that we're gonna use for tonight's dish. So our shrimp, it's already been cleaned and deveined, and we're doing about 16 to 20 pieces, 1 pound of shrimp, raw shrimp. Also here we have a good crab meat, all right, nice lump crab meat. And then our 3 different cheeses that we're going to use for the sauce. All right, so down here at the bottom, we have some smoked Gouda that I went ahead and grated. Also right here we have some Romano cheese that I've grated as well. And then over here some Asiago. The mozzarella that we have here on the side, we're going to go ahead and top it with that. All right, so 3 are going to go in the sauce and we're going to top it with the mozzarella. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on the sauce. All right guys, at this time we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so at this time I'm going to add about a teaspoon or so of extra virgin olive oil. All right, and then right behind that I'm going to come with half a stick of butter. All right, and what we're going to do is just let this melt down a little bit. All right, and let it start to render down. What we don't want to do is for it to burn. All right, but we just want to melt this down. And what we're going to do is start to build our roux. All right, so we're just going to melt all that down, get it right where we want it to be. Oh, that smells good. All right, right behind that we're going to come with some onions. All right, and I did about a tablespoon and a half of onions, and you can see the cut on them. They're not quite julienne, but we cut them down pretty small. I'm gonna sweat these down as well. All right, and then right behind that I'm gonna come with 2 tablespoons of garlic, fresh minced garlic. All right, so that's where we want to be with that. And we're just gonna mix all this together. All right, and the smell, I tell you guys, is amazing. It's amazing. All right, and we're just gonna let this go down a little bit. All right. Oh, that's starting to smell and look amazing. Starting to smell and look amazing. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of flour. All right. All right, guys. At this point, we're gonna go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of flour. All right. And like I said, we're gonna use this to go ahead and build our roux. All right. All right. So while guys. So while I go ahead and do this, I'm gonna let you guys go ahead, and all right guys, so now that we got our flour in, we're just gonna continue to stir this, and we just want to cook this down until we get all that, that floury taste out of that. All right, and we want to cook these onions down as well, sweat those down really, really good till they start to become translucent. All right. Oh, that smells and looks amazing. Smells and looks amazing. Alright guys, welcome back. So at this time we got our onions sweating down really nice, smelling really good. We got that flour cooked down, and we're getting to the color that we want. We want that nice golden brown color of the roux. Alright, so at this point I'm going to go ahead and add about 4 ounces of cream to this. Alright, 4 ounces of heavy cream we're going to add to this. Alright, we're going to bring this up a little bit to a nice little simmer and boil. All right, bring the heat up a little bit. There we go. And the heavy cream that I use, it's a nice store-bought brand. It's really good. It adds a lot of flavor to my dishes. All right. So it's going to be really, really good. And like I said, we're going to bring our heat up just a little bit to bring this up to a nice simmering boil. Alright guys, as you see, now our cream and our butter sauce and all of that is starting to come together. We got a nice little simmering boil. So now we're going to go ahead and add our cheeses to it. All right, bring this down just a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and add that cheese in there, just like this. Oh, that smells so good. All right, come with our Asiago. And then let's go ahead and get that Gouda in there as well. Alright, then we want to go ahead and give this a stir. Alright. Want to go ahead and give that a stir. And as you can see, it's already starting to melt and blend in. We're just steady building flavors, guys. Steady blending that sauce, and look at that. Look how creamy that's getting. Alright, and this cheese sauce right here, we're going to bring this down just a little bit to about medium. This cheese sauce right here, you can use this for if you want to do like another dip or something like that. You want to do a fondue, you want to do a any type of other cheese sauce. This is what I would use this for. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at the cream. Just look how creamy that is. Look how creamy that is. Alright, so let me go ahead and throw you guys a curveball. We're going to throw you a nice little curveball right here. I think you guys are going to like this. Again, what I like to do with a lot of my dishes, alright, is add a little something extra to it. For this one, we're going to add Stella Rosa Moscato. Alright, you don't have to. I like it. I like the sweetness that it's going to kind of bring out of it in the dish. Alright, so we're going to do a little less than about a cup. Alright. And again, we're just going to let that cook through with the dish. Alright. The heat of it, we don't have to really light it or anything like that. The heat of it is going to burn all that alcohol out of it. Alright. But as you see, that creaminess, we're not going to lose any of the creaminess of the sauce. Alright. We're not going to lose any creaminess of the sauce at all. It's just going to stay right there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That is amazing. That's amazing right there. Okay, guys, so at this point we want to go ahead and season the sauce as well. Alright. So what I like to start off with is we're going to start off with a little salt. Alright, so we're going to do about a teaspoon of salt. Alright, followed behind that with some black pepper. Alright, let's do, we'll do a little garlic powder as well on this. About a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half of the garlic powder. And we'll follow behind that with some good smoked paprika. Adds a nice little color tint to the dish as well. Steady building flavors, guys. Steady building flavors. Alright, and then again, I love it. I pretty much put it on everything. Tony Satchins. Alright, so we're going to do about a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half of Tony Satchins on that. Alright, we'll just give it all a nice stir. Oh yeah, look at that. It's looking really good. And right now I got it down to a really nice slow simmer. Alright. So what I can do to this, I still have some Gouda left. I'm going to go ahead and add the remaining portions of that Gouda, as well as the Asiago. Alright. And again, we're just going to let all that melt down. We're just going to let all that melt down, stir it all in. Look at the beautiful color coming through on that, guys. Look at that. That is going to be amazing. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and finish this up, come back and we'll go ahead and get started on our pasta. Alright guys, welcome back. At this time we're going to go ahead and get started on our pasta. Got my water boiling. So at this time I'm going to go ahead and add a little salt, about a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half of salt. Alright. And then tonight for our mac and cheese, instead of the traditional elbow mac and cheese, we're going to use penne pasta. Alright, and the brand that I'm going to use is Mueller's penne pasta. So instead of doing a traditional elbow mac and cheese, I'm going to use penny pasta, and the brand I'm using is Mueller's. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and add that to our boiling water. All right. And also with that, we're going to add about a teaspoon and a half of extra virgin olive oil. And the reason we do this, guys, is so that it keeps the pasta from sticking. All right, we're going to give that a stir. One other thing I'm going to do, guys, what I think you guys are going to enjoy is that I like to do with this dish. I'm going to add about a teaspoon and a half of Zatarain's crab boil to it. All right, what that crab boil is going to do, it's going to add a little bit of heat and flavor to the pasta itself. All right, because we want to season the pasta. So the salt and the crab boil together combined with that is going to add a really nice flavor to our pasta. All right, so we're going to let that boil for about 10 minutes till it's right nice and firm, and then we're going to come back and add it to our cheese sauce. All right guys, welcome back. So we're done boiling our pasta. I drained about half of the water off because again I want to use that here in the sauce. All right, so the first thing we're going to go ahead and do though first is go ahead and we're going to season our shrimp. And again, I'm using Tony Saturn's Creole seasoning. All right, for our shrimp, we're just going to mix that around and get our shrimp good and seasoned here. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and add the pasta to the sauce. All right, and again, we're not going to add it all at one time. Just going to add a little bit to the sauce. And again, like I said, I want to add some of that water from the pasta to the sauce as well. So I'm going to stir that in, and we're going to let this sauce blend with the pasta. That's why we do that, guys. We add the pasta to the sauce so that the pasta now starts to soak up all that sauce. And as you can see how creamy that is and how it's starting to get into the tubes of that penny pasta. That's what we want to get after. All right, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add some shrimp to it. And again, we're using raw shrimp. Don't worry about that, guys. We're going to bake this in the oven. Again, like I said, we're going to bake this for 30 minutes in the oven at 350 degrees. Also, we're going to go ahead and add some crab meat to this as well. All right, we just want to spread that around. Good lump crab meat. Oh, that looks good. That looks so good. All right. We're going to add some more pasta. Our remaining pasta and the water and the sauce into that. We're going to stir this in. Look at that, guys. All right, we just want to stir this in. Look at that, guys. Just going to continue to build those flavors. That crab meat. Oh, that looks good. All right, so we're going to put our remaining shrimp and crab meat on top. Just going to lay that all in there like that. I will tell you, you're going to get shrimp and crab throughout the dish if you layer it this way, guys. All right. I'm going to layer a little bit more crab in there. Who doesn't like crab? That sweet taste of crab meat. Oh, that's going to be good. All right. And with that, we're going to top it now with our cheese. Fresh mozzarella cheese. We're just going to put that all over the top of this, guys. Fresh mozzarella cheese. I think we need a little bit more mozzarella on that. A little bit more mozzarella. Oh, that looks so good. That looks so good. Again, we're gonna put this in our oven for 30 minutes at 350 degrees. All right, guys, so now this is gonna go down in the oven for 30 minutes at 350 degrees. I'm gonna put it on my middle bracket. And also I got a little pan right there at the bottom in case it does bubble over, just so it doesn't get any, I don't get any drippings down there in my oven. All right, guys, see you in about 30 minutes. All right, guys, so the cocktail for tonight's dish is a Dusse sweet and sour. Let's go. All right, guys, tonight's cocktail is a Dusse sweet and sour. We're gonna use Dusse sweet and sour mix, margarita mix, and then we're also gonna use amaretto liqueur. All right, so the first thing I want to do is go ahead and ice my glass. All right, so I'm going to use what's called a highball glass. Usually this is what you get like your Crown and Coke in, or your Hennessy and Coke. All right, so I'm going to put about 3 cubes in mine. All right, next we're going to do about 1 ounce of amaretto. All right. All right, and then we're going to follow behind it with 1 ounce of our margarita mix, sweet and sour margarita mix. All right, I've already been chilling this. All right, so we're going to do about 1 ounce, 1.5 ounces. That's good. All right, and then we're going to top it off with our Dusse. All right, you can do, depending on how hard you want to go. All right. But for a good flavor, I say do 1 ounce, 1.5 ounces. And we're just gonna float that on top like that. That beautiful color. All right, and for a garnish, we're gonna do oranges, guys. I'm gonna do a nice orange. Cut that down like that. So I'm gonna cut off a nice wheel. Then I'm gonna halfen it. All right, this half, I'm just gonna give it a squeeze and a twist, get that good orange flavor in there. And this half, we're just gonna cut and garnish. Just like that. Give it a little mix and a stir. Dusse sweet and sour. Oh, that's good. I think I'm gonna need another one. All right, guys, welcome back. So the 30 minutes is up. It's been a long wait. Let's take a look and see what we got here. Oh, that's just beautiful. Oh, that's just beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, man. This is going to be delicious. Look at that, guys. That's just beautiful. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we're just gonna let that rest. We're gonna rest for like about 5 to 10 minutes. Again, we just want to kind of cool off. Don't want to dive right into it. All right. So what you can do at this point, if you want to, just for presentation purposes, this big, as big as I made it, you can feed about 4 to 6 people. So what I'm gonna do now, I just want to add a little parsley to that. Look at that. Just want to add a little parsley, add a little color to the dish. Oh, that looks so good. That looks so good, guys. Again, it's one of my favorite dishes, seafood mac and cheese. Seafood mac and cheese. Alright guys, let's dig into this and see what this tastes like. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, that's what we want. Oh yeah. Oh, that shrimp, that crab, that pasta. It's for all my carboholics out there. Oh yeah. See if we can get a little of that sauce. little bit more pasta. Oh yeah.